Welcome to the chapter on modules. Let's understand what modules is. Let's say you create a file with the name fibo.py, and in that fibo.py, if you put two versions of fib for definition for function definitions that we have already discussed, it could look like this. Next, if you say import fibo, this should match this file name, and if you do fibo.fib and pass argument as whatever number you are interested, till that number, Fibonacci sequence gets generated. Okay, and then if you want to use the second version of the definition, you could just say fibo.fib2. Next is if you assign fibo.fib to some other value fib, and if you just say fib 500, Fibonacci's number still 500 get printed. Now, yeah, like you could also do from fibo. If you say import fib and fib2, please remember these two are definition of function definition names. Okay, and you could just say fib and pass the value. Yeah, and the other way is from fibo import star. The star is a wildcard character. Whenever you say star, everything that is there in fibo module gets imported, and you could just invoke saying fib 500. You could also do import fibo as fib directly, and fib.fib equal 500. If you pass, Fibonacci sequence again gets printed. Like to this, if you say import from fibo import fib as Fibonacci, you could give another name to this fib like Fibonacci, a more meaningful one. In that case, the way to invoke it is Fibonacci 500. Yeah, now, yeah, like if you want to use your module as a script, let's say, the way to do it is just you need to say if underscore underscore name underscore underscore is equal to within quotes you just underscore underscore main underscore underscore, and again quotes you need to put, and colon you need to put. Like whenever you do like this, instead of using it as a regular module, you could use it as a for executing scripts also. Let me explain. If you put this import.sys could be above, like if you say fib int sys argv1. Okay, this argv, like you would have seen, like argv is what we pass via command line. Okay, so argv1 is the first argument that we pass through the command line. And if you say python fibo.py 50, this value gets replaced in the sys argv, and it is converted to int, and then fib gets passed value 50, so it gets printed like this. So in essence, if you want to use modules as scripts, you could use this particular syntax. And how the module is searched. Module is always searched in the current directory where you are executing your Python file, and then if it is not found there, there is a special environment variable with the name Python path. So this Python path environment variable is used to search for a particular module, and if it in addition to Python path, there is another directory called site packages. The module could be there also. So in the current directory, Python path or site packages, anywhere the module could reside. If the module is there, it becomes accessible. Yeah. Now, in addition to all those things, Python generates the compiled files name with the PYC extension. So, under underscore pycache underscore directory, you would have seen this. If you delete it, it gets regenerated pycache directory. Next is standard modules, import sys. For example, if you import a sys, which is a standard module, and if you just say sys ps1, ps1 is for command prompt actually. The command prompt, like this command prompt, whatever it is displaying already, that gets printed here. And if you alter this ps1 with a custom character or correct custom string, like in this case this goes, and whatever value you would have passed, that gets printed here. Okay, and next same prompt you can see here. And if you want to search in a particular directory, syspath append you can make use of, and you say UFS guido lib python path, then this path will also be searched for modules in addition to the three things that we had mentioned earlier, like current directory, python path, and then this thing like site packages, you remember. So it also searches there. Yeah, now let's talk about dir function, like import fibo and sys. Okay, and if you just say dir fibo, like in addition to underscore name, this fibo and fib2, fib and fib2 get printed. Now you could also print sys directory. You will see all these values. Okay, if you put dir sys. Now, if you do something like this, A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 list, if you define, and if you just say import fibo and then fib equal to fibo.fib, and there if you do, this A also gets printed here. A also gets printed in addition to fib, fibo, and sys. And if you are interested in all the built-ins, just the way to do it is import built-ins and dir built-ins. Everything gets printed here, right from errors till, yeah, like tuples, where's zip, like the one which we were using, everything gets printed. These are built-ins. Okay, now let's revisit. Now let's visit packages. Now, yeah, like related modules you can put under package. Let's say there is a top level directory with the name sound, and it has 3 subdirectories: formats, effects, and filters. Okay, what you could do is, like you could put respective modules in respective subdirectories. So these are called subpackages. Sorry. Effects is a subpackage, format is a subpackage, filter is a subpackage, and then sound is a top level package. Please remember, wherever there are subdirectories or modules, you need to put a underscore init underscore py. Okay, this is a standard practice. When you put something like this, like it is like adhering to Python's conventions. So this init underscore init underscore in dot py can be empty, or it could contain like the module names. Okay, module names. So we will see it subsequently. Now if you say import sound effects dot echo, okay, it is like import sound effects.echo, this echo module becomes available. So dotted names, right, is like following a directory navigation. You could also invoke it using echo.echo filter with whatever parameters you are interested in. These are different ways of importing. And whenever you import, like you could also invoke that function with those parameters passed to the function definition. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like in the init underscore init dot py, you could just leave empty, or you could say then you could pass the list of all the modules that are there under that directory. Yeah, under effects there was echo, under effect there was sound, under effects there was reverse. So you could do like this, or leave underscore init underscore py empty. But it should be there at that level, directory level. So these are some of the ways of importing. Now, like next is inter-package reference. You could make use of a Unix convention whenever it is dot current directory dot like parent directory. So it's a Unix convention that you can also follow for inter-package references. Okay, we covered like modules. Let's meet in chapter 7, input output, in the next video.